What's up, YouTube? Shawn DaGamer here, and I just want to sit here and talk to you guys about a lot of different topics that can help you in your everyday life. So I don't know how long this video is going to be, but I know if it does go past the 10-minute mark, which more likely it is, I want to break it down into maybe 2-3 parts. If I talk for 20 minutes, it's going to be 2 parts. If I talk for 30 minutes, it's going to be 3 parts. So I'll let you guys know. Well, you guys will know by how many videos there are. But what we're going to be talking about today, as you can tell by the video, is everything that encompasses being self-confident in yourself, self-esteem, and all that stuff. I want to start this video off by saying, like, I used to be a very, very heavy-set guy. There should be a picture somewhere on here showing you guys I used to be a very heavy-set guy, probably maxing out around the 300 mark in high school. So probably 280, 300 mark in high school, after high school. And then maybe a few years after high school, I decided this isn't the life I want to live anymore, and I started changing the way I did stuff, changing how often I was active. Like, I was always an active guy, even though I was heavy set. Always playing a lot of basketball, always running away from some type of authority figure, dogs and things like that. We used to do a lot of crazy stuff when I was younger. I'm only in my mid-20s now. Shout out to Xenolore, or the YouTuber formerly known as Xenolore, Solar Wind Jammer now, across his social media platforms. So happy birthday, Q. I didn't get to tell you earlier, but when you watch this video, there it is. So special shout out. So both of our birthdays are this weekend. That's why I bring that up. And in this video, it's gonna what I'm saying is, our birthdays are this weekend, and we're gonna get totally hammered if we're together. So me and all of my friends, we're probably just gonna get together this weekend, probably just get hammered, have fun, play video games and shit. Or either do that or go to Dave & Buster's, whichever one you like better. Q, let me know. So anyways, that's besides the point. I'm trying to get my birthday together. My birthday's like Friday or Saturday. It's the 3rd, September 3rd. So anyways, point of the video. I wouldn't be able to confidently be here on YouTube if I didn't go through the life journey that I've been through, which is probably the same life journey as a lot of other people who are younger than me, or probably going through some of the things that I'm talking about now. So we're going to talk about being overweight, how to talk to girls, or people of the opposite sex, period. Not being afraid to do gender only things. I think that's the first thing I want to talk about, because a lot of people are, it's plain and simple, it's 2020, what year is it? 2016, and a lot of people think that certain things dictate certain genders, like color, clothes, things like that. We live in a time period where you can look at something and not know if it's a man or a woman. We live in a time period where Young Thug is going around wearing dresses. We live in a time period where Bruce Jenner, the most, one of the best athletes in the Olympics, turned into Caitlyn. So things like that should not even matter anymore. So if your favorite color, like mine, is purple, or things like that, just go with it. Own it. Own your truth is one thing I would want to say. Like, I made a purple title belt, and you can say whatever you want. First of all, it looks better than the universal title. I'm just playing. But I'm sitting here on camera. I don't even think I look the best right now, like with my hair and things like that. But it's self-confidence. I don't care. I don't care what you guys are going to say in the comment section. You shouldn't care what people think about you, period. Surround yourself with people who are going to motivate you, not annihilate you. Meaning, I think over the past couple of years, I've sorted out my friends accordingly. I don't want to say like I have friends that have more important than others, but growing up, we all have friends, quote unquote. And some have our best interests at heart, some don't. And it's gonna take you a while to figure out and maneuver and place where everybody goes. I think, oh shit, I think Medea said it best. Some people are like, think of your life as a tree, and those trees have like weak limbs and leaves and things like that. Don't always stay with you. Like leaves fall, branches break, but your roots and your limbs are always strong. So you may have a twig or a leaf around you that you may really like. Maybe it's a girlfriend or somebody that you're talking to, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever your gender is, or whatever you like. You meet somebody, you like them, but they're not meant to be there for your whole life. And a lot of us want people to stay around that shouldn't be around, period. They're there to teach you a life lesson, and they should be gone. But we all fall, like I said, we all fall for it. What was I saying? We all fall for that trap of not knowing when to let people go, but it's a life lesson. So you have to take your life lessons where they come and know when it's a life lesson, whether it's with a situation that you're in, people that you know, anything that you feel like is bringing you down. You have to know when to say enough is enough and let it go. So I've been trying to I've been trying to shorten the list of people I consider true friends, and I think I've narrowed my circle down enough. And to everybody that I still consider very valuable friends, like I don't want to name names, but if we went to high school together and we hung out a lot, you guys know who you are if you're even watching this video. So yeah, I know people that I used to work with that watch my videos. So if you're watching this, hi guys. Anyways, there's a lot of different factors when it comes to different things in life. Like I said, I used to be heavy set, and it used to mess with my self-confidence a lot. So in high school, I was, at the time, you know, I went to Lithonia High School, if you live in the Georgia area, you know, and it was, you know, the 2005, 2009 time period. That's my generation, I think. So my locker was around, quote unquote, the popular girls, like the cheerleaders and things like that, and they were, all of them were fairly attractive. We're talking like 7.5 and higher. So and my locker was next to, literally right next to, I won't say literally right next to, but next to one of the most popular girls in the school, who was also very attractive. If you guys went to Lithonia in that time period, you guys probably know who I'm talking about if you're even watching the video. But I was heavy set. We were all like, I wasn't afraid to like talk to them. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, they're here. I gotta wait to get to my locker. It was like, no, like, hey, how you guys doing? But I would never have the confidence to like approach them like, hey, you want to go to this event with me, or this is happening and this happened, even though we were all like pretty much in this same circle. But like, you know, I was a nerd back then too, but I knew enough people where I could talk to anybody. So whether they were nerds, popular girls, upperclassmen, things like that, because, you know, I did have like higher classes. Like I think when I was in like 9th grade, you could take 10th grade classes if you were eligible or smart enough or got good grades or whatever. But, you know, I had elevated classes, so I knew a lot of people outside of my como se dice, class, out of my class, or, you know, like a grade or two. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, if I would have had the same confidence back then that I have now, of course I would have approached those females back then. I probably got rejected, but back then I was afraid of no. You can't be afraid of no. No is just a word, and no is the worst thing they can say. And if you do run across one of them girls or people that are very out there or rude, and when you try to approach them and they don't say, oh no, you're not my type, or no thank you, or things like that, or I'm not interested, and you get those people like, oh my gosh, how dare you try to approach me, and things like that. Don't even sweat it. Those people have low self-confidence themselves. Most of the time, even in high school, things like that, the people who have the biggest bark have the most problems. You know what I'm saying? They're going through their own self-hate, self problems. Yeah, I just came up with a new phrase. They're going through their own problems that they probably just don't know how to work out. So they're externally bending it in a way that helps them. That's why you probably wonder why some people date certain people. Like, you always see, my thing is, I know I'm not like the most handsomest, or I'm not like a you know, sexiest person alive type person, but I know my value. I sound like a scorned woman. I know my value. You can't hurt me like this. But I know I'm attractive, and there's a couple of reasons why I'm making this video. I just had certain conversations with certain people throughout this last week, or even like the past couple of days, that lets me know I need to use this platform that I'm using now for you know, just to get my point out there, to see if I can touch one or two people out there. That's all that matters. So I was having a conversation with I was having a conversation with one of my homegirls. We were at the gym the other day, and I was telling her, like, I happen to lock eyes with this very attractive older woman, and I was just sitting there waiting for her to get done working out. I just, you know, showered and changed. I was sitting here waiting for her to get done so I can take her home, and I locked eyes with this older lady, and she was like, she just smiled at me. I was like, don't be looking at me like that. I'm like, okay. Oh, I didn't know I was like being too obvious. I was like, oh, my bad. You know, I didn't really say anything. I just smiled, and I was like, I'm sorry. And she just smiled, you know, gave me a wink and walked out. I know it's probably like, oh, he's lying. I'm not. And then I was telling my homegirl about it. She was like, stop being a hoe. It's like, lately, for the past couple of years, people have been calling me out. Because I don't say I have the ability to talk to a lot of women, but I'm not afraid anymore to try. Shoot the shot. You know, if there's one thing you can learn from Steph Curry, is shoot the shot. It's either going in or it's going to miss, you know. So always shoot your shot. Was it, if you I know the school year is coming back up, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna have some kind of like fall dance if you're in school or things like that. Don't be afraid to just try. When I go to the mall and things like that, I always encourage my friends to just try. You never know. You never know. If I see somebody I want to talk to, I'll go try. Like, if you live, or if you're on social media, we were at the mall a couple of weeks ago. I think I talked about this. Not a couple of weeks, probably a few months ago now. And we happened to see Summerella at the line for Chick-fil-A. I'm like, my friend, she was all quiet. She was like, hey, I think that's Summerella. I'm like, who? Because I didn't hear what she said at first. And she was like, I think that's Summerella in front of us. I'm like, who the fuck is Summerella, the finance girl off Instagram and Twitter. So I tapped her on the shoulder. She turned around, like, oh, it is Summerella. Like, yada, yada, yada. So we were talking for a few minutes. You know, I wasn't trying to get her number or anything. I was really trying to get her to follow me so I can get a little bit of extra shine. But anyways, that's besides the point. But, you know, you have to have that self-confidence, because if she would have said, hey, that's Summerella, and I would have froze up like a little bitch, you know, we would have never had the interaction. So I can, you know, I got to meet Summerella, you know, and that's the thing with a lot of people. Like, a lot of people are just afraid to make that initial first contact because they don't know what the person's reaction is going to be. And like I said, they can either just say no or whatever. You never know what a person's going to say unless you try. It's basically what is going to be the value of this whole. If you take one nugget, one story, one lesson from this, is to always just try. You know what I'm saying? So whether it's a girl you like, your boss trying to get some kind of promotion, or you need a day off and you don't know how to express yourself, just try. Know how to articulate yourself as well. Sometimes I do find, you know, even like now I'm stumbling over my words, but if you can find a way to maybe break the ice, or, you know, just be blunt, but just find a nice way to articulate yourself. Don't don't do that whole thing like, hey girl, come on, I think you cute. Don't do that shit, cause that's not gonna get you any attention. Just what I like to do is, like if I'm at the mall, like Hot Topic or some kind of clothing store or whatever, that happens to be a gender neutral store, or hell, if I go to like Forever 21 with one of my homegirls and I see an attractive woman in there, like if you go to certain Forever 21s, Route 21s, female stores, they have a men's section, and I think that's the perfect place to like try to shoot your shot. You know, to get out of your element, you know, go into their element and still be confident. They like that. Like there are little tricks you can do. You can use this one. I'm gonna take this one out of my pocket and give it to you guys real quick. Say like you're in a clothing store, whether it's any clothing store that happens to sell men and women's clothes. Majority women's, and they have like a small section. I mean, still use Forever 21 as an example. Go in, pick out an article of clothing that you genuinely like, and go up to a female, whether it's a girl that works there. I don't really recommend flirting with girls or trying to get a girl's attention that works there the first time. We'll talk about that later. But go up to a female that you find attractive, like, hey, hi, my name is such and such. I like this shirt. What do you think about it? Because you're asking a female for her opinion on something. And first of all, you're asking a female for their opinion. That's gonna get you points right there. Second of all, you're getting a female to talk to you about something that's not really you, but is you. That's points right there. And she's gonna feel like, oh, out of all these women you picked in the store, you picked me, so you find something special about me. So introduce yourself, give them your name, say, hey, yada yada yada, what do you think about this shirt on me? And then maybe she'll give you her name, or you can ask for her name, start a genuine conversation after that, and then see where it goes from there. It works. Oh, you don't always have to be super aggressive. Girls, they do like that depending on what it is, but most of the time, sometimes subtleness and confidence are the best things. Like if you are a person with money, don't wear your money. Or if you are a young person and you happen to fall into a good job, or you happen to have a nice income, or your parents just happen to be rich, don't wear your money. Because 9 times out of 10, if you're, well, okay, let me not say this. Don't wear your money if you ain't got none. Let's be blunt about it. If you ain't got no money, don't wear money. What I mean by that is, if you're only bringing in a certain amount of money, but your chain or your watch or your clothes cost more than everything that you have, or you can't afford a car or a car note or anything like that, if you can't afford basic luxuries but you're buying stuff out of your range, don't flaunt that. Don't be a flex, is what I'm trying to say. Plain and simple, don't flex, because girls will know that you're flexing a lot. Like I said, you guys know I'm a nerd. I'm the biggest nerd, and I don't flaunt it, but I don't overly let it be known. You know, of course I'm letting it be known, but I'm not like, oh my gosh, have you seen the latest episode of Game of Thrones? Or have you seen the latest episode of Power Rangers? Or have you seen that Suicide Squad movie yet? Things like that. Or even if you're on the opposite end of the spectrum, hey girl, I just caught a body. Hey girl, I'm about to hit the studio. You want to come in there and shake your ass? Things like, be yourself turned down. You know what I'm saying? Be yourself turned down. Like I said, I'm a nerd. You guys know I'm a nerd, and I can express that with a nice pair of jeans, nice pair of shoes, and a shirt that represents what I want to represent that day. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to go out with my title belt like this and a whole bunch of accessories to say, hey, I'm a nerd and I'm owning it. You know, I can just go outside, like I said, in a nice pair of pants, a nice pair of shoes, and a graphic tee that expresses what I want to do or what I want to represent that day. And it's simple, and a lot of people don't understand that. Subtlety is the key. Confidence is a plus. So I say that if you're at a party And all of a sudden, say like you're at a party and there's a whole bunch of people being the same. Like, say like you're at the club in Atlanta and you know what you're gonna get. You're gonna get a whole bunch of hoes. Let's be real. I live in Atlanta. You're gonna get a whole bunch of hoes, a whole bunch of ain't shit niggas,